We didn't want to be pioneers of Tito, you know, at that time, you know, little with the red scarf around, you know, and red star on the caps that we wear. So we just wanted something different.
We just wanted something very strong that you can really shout and say fuck off everybody, government, whoever. And that was much easier in music, of course. So that was the reason why it was so important and why it was so strong, the scene here.
Or something like that. And it was a very short article which just described punk in a very pejorative way. You know, it's very simple, very rudimentary, and very stupid music. And I said, that's fantastic, exactly the kind of music which I like, you know. And
he said with a friend, that's what we want to do, exactly, something like this. So it happened really close.
We formed a band. We just didn't know what we were going to play. And we had the name, Pankrti, that all was set, you know. I just went to London to get the material.
It was a hatred, not in a physical sense. Even we fight each other on the streets occasionally, but it was more mental hatred, you know, because we were not only tired of our parents' inactivity, but also that dead end of hippiesism. I mean, hippie dead end in the music, in the lyrics, and in everything that because. The hippie movement then was at the end of his point.
Peace, peace, but it's not peace. Every hippie bringing some bat, some screwdriver, fixing and, oh, you're a punk. But it's not society. There's only hippies. No more hippies. Anymore.
Kind of a ritual, especially after this Nazi punk thing, which was quite serious. And the way to try and defend it, and try to sort of explain why it was not Nazi on one hand, but still not conforming to you know, because the youth organization were telling us, well, okay, if you're not Nazi, then engage with us, you know, become some kind of, you know, active, good citizens, blah, blah, blah. Well, no fucking way, you know. Okay, so the way to try to circumvent this problem was to engage in a kind of a scientific, mostly sociological, but also philosophical discourse, yeah.
It's like that's enough, you know. It's like there is nothing else. Okay, there are some things else that I'd like to hear, and listen, but to play only punk hardcore music, it fills me up. I feel the strength, I feel the energy, you know. I feel healthy, proud, all this.
Kombination von Musik.
Kleidung bestimmt nicht.
Den Text, Kleidung ist, was weiß ich, ich sehe nicht wie ein Punk aus, schätze ich mal, ist egal, aber die Hauptsache ist halt, sind die Texte. Also kaum eine Musikrichtung sagt das aus, was dir am Herzen liegt, was dich berührt, ja, die ganzen Sachen, was ich erlebt habe, kann ich nicht durch Popmusik sagen, kann ich nicht durch Elektromusik sagen, durch Volksmusik, da bleibt nur Punk Hardcore.
It's more that the reaction of the people are caused by, you know, our points of view on things that I mentioned, like nationalism or something, you know, and we are labeled, you know, like enemies of the states, you know, or something, because we are, you know, involved in that stuff, you know, cooperating with the bands from ex-Yugoslavia and being against nationalism and stuff. You know, so it's not we don't provoke them, you know, with clothes. I think here it's that is a more serious thing. You know,
we are able to influence a lot of people. We are basically preaching to the converted, to the people who already received that same message that we are passing on. But at least, you know, it's good to be a thorn in people's eye, you know.
Yeah, it is.
So at least to be able to stick it to them and say, I don't agree. It doesn't mean anything, but at least I don't agree.
Yeah, and fuck you, I don't agree with you, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be on your side. I want everybody to know that I'm not with you. That's it. I want everybody to know that I will do everything I can to fuck you up. That's it.
Definition, hard, blood, shock, punk rock. That's the definition of his music. He made that definition. And with who I will compare him? With Gigi Allen. That's the same. But Gigi Allen is he can't control your behavior on the scene. You know, he broke, but Satan, he controlled it all the time. He knows strictly what he did. Every cut, he knows how to do that. Every burning, every move, he knows.
Hardcore thing, I think it was radicalization of punk. It wasn't a rebellion against punk generation. I think every new generation is trying to give something new. And if you look to this hardcore generation from 81, 82, 83, you find out that they are make radicalization of punk in the way that they are putting together hip-hop stuff with metal or crossover music when hardcore met heavy metal thing. And the main difference between them, it was that punk generation, they made a step in the mass market, in the mass media. But on the other side, this hardcore generation, they didn't want to be a part of mass media. It was a rebellion thing.
I had to go after half a year, had to go our singer, then he had to go after 1 year, so it was like 2.5 years of non-existence of the band just because of the service of the army.
And they did it on purpose, you know, it was...
And the funny thing about it, that they sent us in this territory of Yugoslavia, they sent me to Albanian border, he was sent to Hungarian border, and our singer was sent to Bulgarian border, so we were really split apart for 2.5 years.
Naturally, all the punks are playing men, and most of them, not most of them, let's say 30% got that waiting time to the army. 4 years means a lot when you are so young.